If you're looking to be successful in a body recomposition journey, let's be honest, winging your nutrition every day or every week is just not gonna work. Remember the saying, failing to plan is planning to fail? It's true in almost every scenario, especially when it comes to body recomposition, meaning gaining muscle mass and decreasing body fat. Now, with that being said, you don't necessarily have to do traditional meal prep where you're stacking up a bunch of Tupperware containers in your fridge of pre-cooked food and that's all you can eat in order to be successful. I see so many videos here on YouTube which are great, talking all about meal prep and how to meal prep your food for the entire week. As I always like to do, I'm gonna put my own little twist on this meal prep video. I'm calling it Meal Prep Ideas for Busy Beginners. So in this video, I'm gonna go over how to meal prep if you are busy and you are just getting started and learning about meal prep, and how to put together your meal prep meals to make sure you're hitting your daily macros for body recomposition. And then after going over traditional meal prep tips, I'm gonna show you how I actually do it, how I prepare my food, what I like to call meal prep without the meal prep. Let's be honest, not everybody likes to eat the same food every single day. Not everybody likes to take their entire Sunday to cook up a bunch of food. People are busy, schedules are different. I'm gonna show you what works best for me without having to pre-cook all of my food on a Sunday, but still allows me to be prepared, fuel my body with the right foods, hit my macros, and feel great throughout the week without having to eat out or scramble for food. Then make sure you watch all the way to the end. I'm gonna give you some tips on how to decide which one is right for you, whether it's traditional meal prep or the Michelle meal prep. We're gonna dive right in, but as usual, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit that bell so you get a notification when I release a new video just like this one every single week. My name is Michelle Roots, kinesiologist, personal trainer, nutrition coach, fitness and fat loss motivation specialist, and mama of 2 beautiful baby boys. I have 16 years experience helping people decrease body fat, build lean muscle, and feel like the best versions of themselves. And I created this channel so that I can help you as well. If you find this video helpful, make sure you give it a like and leave any questions in the comments below. I'm always happy to help you guys out. Okay, before we get started with the meal prep ideas, I just want to remind you that body recomposition is a long-term game. It is not a get results quick kind of thing. This is something that you are going to be working on for a really long period of time. So I just want to reiterate, when I'm going over the different types of meal prep ideas, be thinking the long term. Which strategy will work best for me that I can stick to it for a really long period of time? You will not see results overnight. This is going to take a longer period of time than just starving yourself to lose body weight on the scale. We are trying to change your body composition, which will take a lot longer, but trust me, the benefits are that much sweeter. If you're curious as to what kind of time window you should be looking at, I talk all about how long a body recomposition can take to see results in this video right here. So I'll link that in the description below if you want to watch that one next. Okay, let's start by going over traditional meal prep. So this is probably what you see all over social media. Often bodybuilders or people definitely in a cut, you are seeing stacked Tupperware containers, usually rice, chicken, and a vegetable, and they're eating that for lunch and for dinner and all throughout the week. So this is what we would call traditional meal prep. This traditional meal prep works really well for people who are really busy throughout the week and don't have time to do a lot of cooking. It kind of takes the guesswork out of it. You've already calculated your meals, your macros, everything into these containers, and all you have to do is open the fridge, eat what's in the container, and move on with your life. It'll also reduce the temptation to eat out because you know when you get home, you've already got a meal prepped in the fridge. Why would you stop and get McDonald's on the way home if you've already got a healthy meal prepped in the fridge to warm up and eat? And this also works really well for people who just look at food as fuel. They don't see enjoyment in eating food. They're just like, this is fuel. It's easy for me to eat. I'll eat the same thing every day. I don't care. So if this is something that you think might work best for you, I'm gonna give you 5 basic principles for beginners that will help you if this is the type of meal prep you want to try. Tip number 1, start small. So if you are someone who has never done meal prep before, don't start by cooking up a bunch of food and meal prep for 5 days in advance all of your meals, because you really don't know if by day 3 how that chicken's gonna taste and if you're gonna enjoy it and if you're even gonna wanna eat it. I would say maybe start by prepping just like 3 meals. So maybe prep your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday dinners, or just start by prepping breakfast and lunch, and then let your dinner be your variety food, so switch it up each day. Tip number 2, keep it very simple and go with the basics. So a protein source, a grain or a starchy carb, and then a non-starchy vegetable. Put all of that in a container, leave the sauces out or the dressings leave that out until you actually eat the meal, unless of course you're marinating your protein in certain sauces. This is gonna keep it super easy, not only to cook the food, but also to track your macros. And tip number 3, when you're cooking all your food, make sure you're either using a food scale to make sure you've got your calories and your macros on point, or you can use the hand and fist method to measure your carbs and your proteins. And just for you guys, because I know you're gonna ask, I created a free cheat sheet breaking down the best sources of protein, starchy carbs and non-starchy carbs, as well as your good fats, and how you can use the hand and fist method to measure out all of your food. So I'll put a link in the description below where you can get that free download. Tip number 4, and if you are gonna cook up all of this food and leave it in the fridge for the week, make sure you look at the FDA guidelines as to how long each of these foods can stay in the fridge without spoiling. And tip number 5, remember, you can make a lot of this meal prep food and you can also put some in the freezer. That is also a great option. You don't have to leave it all in the fridge. Maybe the first 2 days are in the fridge and then the rest is in the freezer and you can bring it out to defrost. So again, this type of traditional meal prep is great if you have time on the weekend to go do all your grocery shopping and cook up all of this food to prepare yourself for the week. This is probably the best way to be successful on a body recomposition. What are the cons? The cons are it does feel more like a diet. So I talk a lot on this channel specifically about making your eating a lifestyle. So you don't want it to feel like a diet. You want it to feel more like a lifestyle that you can stick to, again, for a long period of time. So if you have a very short-term goal, say in 6 weeks you want to drop a lot of body fat, or you really want to dial in your nutrition for a short period of time, something like this might work really well for you. But if you are on more of a lifestyle journey, I just want to get stronger, I want to change the shape of my body, I want to feel better, I want to decrease my body fat, then maybe this form of meal prep might not work best for you, especially if you are someone who loves food and loves to experience different types of foods and switch it out throughout the week, or if you have a family like myself with a husband and 2 toddlers who don't want to eat out of a Tupperware container every single day. But again, I'm just gonna break down the 2 different ways, and I'm sure there's many more ways. In this video, I'm just going with the 2, and I'm gonna give you all the information to let you decide which would work best for you. So now I'm gonna break down what I like to do and what works really well for me and has got me great results after having both babies, and continues to keep getting me stronger without having to do all of the cooking on a Sunday, just because the way my life is set up and with my family, that way just will not work for me, and I know that it won't be a long-term plan for me. So I'm gonna break down what I do and see if maybe that is a good option for you. Okay, so how does the Michelle meal prep without the prep plan actually work? Here's what we do in this household and what works really, really well. On a Sunday or a Monday, I will sit down and plan 5 dinners. So from Monday to Friday, I plan out what we're gonna have for dinner. In this household, we also eat very similar foods for breakfast, we eat very similar foods for lunch, and we just switch up the dinners throughout the week. So what is the strategy here? Before I go grocery shopping, I already know exactly what lunches are gonna look like, what breakfast is gonna look like, and I have our 5 dinners planned out. So I make sure I have all of the ingredients for all of these dinners. So one thing that we do in this house, and it's been a tradition for a really long time, is Mondays for dinner, we always have one specific thing, and even the kids know. So Jackson, what do we usually have for dinner on Mondays?
Rice and veggies.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Rice and veggies.
So traditionally in this household, no matter what, Mondays are usually very busy days. I have a rice cooker that has a veggie steamer on the top. I cook the rice in the bottom. Usually we're eating brown rice, steamed veggies on the top, and we usually have it with turkey meatballs, and it's a healthy meal, and even the kids know, right? You eat your veggies on Monday. What do you like to eat for lunch?
Hot dog.
Oh my goodness. This kid and his hot dog. What else do you eat for lunch with your hot dogs?
Avocado and bread and butter and eggs.
And sometimes, what vegetable do you have?
Carrots.
Yeah.
And cucumbers.
Cucumbers, yeah. Okay, thanks for your input. So as I've said in previous videos, the best way to be successful, even if you're not doing a full traditional meal prep, is to enter your macros the day before. It'll stop you from playing macro roulette throughout the day. If you already know what you're gonna have for dinner, enter it in, your portion size, everything. Enter in your lunch, enter in your breakfast, and then you can see where all your calories lie, where you can add protein, what kind of snacks you should add. It takes the guesswork out of the day before. You've got your 5 dinners planned out already and you eat similar foods for lunch, most calorie trackers are actually gonna let you save recipes. So for example, one of my go-to lunches, I usually have about 4 options depending on how I feel as to what I might have for lunch. One of my favorites is a turkey wrap. So I usually just take a wrap, throw some cheese, turkey, cucumber, avocado, and a little bit of mustard, wrap it up and eat it. It literally takes me 5 minutes. So I don't necessarily have to prep that on Sunday night to eat that. I have all the ingredients, I can whip it all up and eat it fresh. Same goes for breakfast. Give yourself 4 or 5 options if you're someone who likes to eat something different every day, or give yourself 2 options, or just eat the same thing for breakfast. I am someone who eats oatmeal almost every single day. We usually swap between oatmeal and protein pancakes. These are a fave in this house, the Flourish protein pancakes. They're powder and you literally just add water and whip them up. So the kids love them, I love them. Half a cup gives you 280 calories and 23 grams of protein. I actually have a coupon code for you guys. Get 10% off. I'll put the link in the description below as to where you can pick yourself up some protein pancakes for easy breakfast. Do you like pancakes?
This is what you have to eat, guys.
What flavor are those?
Sprinkles.
So that's another tip and strategy is just don't make things too complicated. Pick a couple lunch ideas, pick a couple breakfast ideas that fit in your macros and that are high in protein. Pick a couple dinner ideas, have similar snacks on deck. I always have about 4 or 5 snacks that I rotate through depending on if I'm running out of the house or if I'm at home. There's so many different things that I like to snack on. If I'm home, it's turkey bacon, quickly throwing it in the air fryer with some Baby Bell cheese. If I'm on the go, I have protein bars, or I'm making a protein shake to take with me on the go. I always have these few options. I'm hungry. Okay, let's go through the list of options as what I usually eat that I know are high in protein and I know are healthy and are gonna keep me feeling fueled. And I go to those options. I don't try and switch it up every single day. Again, that's what weekends are for, and that's where we talk about balance. So Monday to Friday, we are routined and scheduled, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. Very, very simple. It makes grocery shopping so much easier. But again, you don't necessarily have to cook all the food in advance. And one last tip is usually of those 5 days, so Monday through Friday, the meals that we're planning, one meal that I'm cooking is usually gonna be 2 dinners or a dinner and a lunch. So we're gonna have leftovers the next day, and I purposely plan that for the evenings that maybe I'm at work to make it easier for whoever is here with the kids to feed them. So when I say meal prep without the prep, there is a little bit of prep. So there are some things that I like to make in advance. For example, egg muffins are super easy and great to make to grab and go, hard-boiled eggs. I also like to wash and cut up a bunch of fresh fruit and fresh veggies on a Monday or a Sunday to have as snacks throughout the week. And again, just putting in that little bit of work to make your healthy snacks. Protein balls are one of my go-to to make with dates and almond butter. Again, when you're just feeling a little bit snacky or you need a little boost before your workout, grab and go versus grabbing the cookies in the cupboard. I also love making muffins with this protein powder, but I'll show you a few of the staples that I always have in this house to make high protein, healthy meals and snacks. So here we go. This is something that we grab on a weekly basis. It's a teriyaki stir fry. It comes with fresh veggies. I don't know if you guys have this in the US. We have these in Canada. I'm sure you have like better things there. Something similar, but it comes with noodles, vegetables, and I just whip up some chicken in the air fryer, toss it in as a super easy meal. It takes about 10 minutes to make. Also, pepperoni sticks or sliced pepperoni.
I love pepperoni.
2 of these sticks, 12 grams of protein, super easy snack. Hummus, love it. 70 calories for 2 tablespoons, 2 grams of protein, but just a great snack, even if you did 4 tablespoons, which is quite a lot to dip your veggies in. Not the best protein source, but definitely a healthy dip for your veggies. Mom hack, I got lazy this week, and normally I buy all of these and I wash them and cut them. This is what this week looks like. This was about $13, and to be honest, we've got gradual entry to kindergarten this week and things are crazy. So instead of skipping it altogether and just saying, forget it, I'm not gonna cut veggies. I spent the money, I'm gonna take this out of here, wash it all, and put it in our own container. So at least we've got fresh veggies to snack on.
Spinach.
And we always have spinach in the house. throw it in smoothies or in stir fries, and just an easy way to get nutrients. Baby cucumbers, always. I've always got Greek yogurt, just always Greek yogurt, usually in cottage cheese. And of course, fresh fruit. I've talked about these protein up wraps before. 10 grams of protein, 120 calories, and 8 grams of fiber per wrap. These are also, I found these at Costco. I am not keto, I like carbs, but these are a smaller tortilla. They're only 90 calories per tortilla, 4 grams of protein, and 13 grams of fiber in one of these bad boys. So these are great for just quick wraps or quesadillas for the kids, or tacos. Just a great option to have. Always buying this by the caseload. Oven roasted turkey breast or chicken breast. Great way to quickly get a good snack in, high protein, throw it in a wrap, throw it in a sandwich. The kids eat it by the slice. Sometimes I do too, but definitely a good option to have. So there you go, guys. There's pros and cons to both. It really just depends on you and your lifestyle and really your preference. Of course, the traditional meal prep method is going to get you better results because you are literally cooking everything and you're not giving yourself an option to eat anything out of that plan. Everything most likely is going to be cleaner foods that you're eating. But again, it depends on you, your specific goals, and how long you're giving yourself to see these results. And if you have time to do a bunch of meal prep on a Sunday or a Monday, if it's something you can stick to for a really long period of time and it works for you, do it. Again, I am being completely honest, is that does not work for me in my lifestyle. Therefore, I won't do it. I still feel like I can maintain and get stronger and have the results that I've gotten even after 2 kids by doing this strategy, is just being organized. Literally just right into your phone. I get my phone out, I write into my notepad on my phone, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like I said, we already know what we're having for dinner on Mondays. The guesswork is gone from there. And yes, it does take a little bit of cooking throughout the week, but the foods that I choose, the wrap, or if I'm having an egg omelet for lunch, I can cook all this stuff in literally 5 minutes. So if you're on a break from work and you're working from home, you can whip into the kitchen and throw some things in a wrap and eat that. Have it all prepped and ready to go. Or you can cook a big dinner and have your leftovers ready in the fridge to eat for lunch. There are so many things you can do without having to cook all of your food on a Sunday. So again, I'm just giving you all the information. I'm showing you what works best for me, but what works best for me might not work best for you. I feel like what is most important, and if you take anything away from this video, is failing to plan is planning to fail. Plan your water, plan your sleep, plan your workouts into your schedule, plan your food. Even if it's just a day in advance. What am I gonna eat tomorrow? Prop it into your calorie tracker if you were tracking calories, plan your workout, do all the things, because if you just leave it up to how you feel that day, when you wake up in the morning, let's be honest, it's not gonna be that good. And again, I'll put a link in the description below where you can download that free cheat sheet telling you all about the proteins, the carbs, and how to measure each of those into your meal prep to make sure you're hitting your macros. I also have a whole bunch of other body recomposition videos on my channel already talking about how to calculate your macros, what body recomposition is, if it's right for you, how to body recomposition at home if you don't go to the gym. There's so many options. I'll link all those videos also in the description below if you want to go check those out next. And if you're interested in learning more about my one-on-one online fitness and nutrition coaching, I'll put a link in the description below as well as to where you can find out more about working with me to reach your fitness and fat loss goals. So thanks so much for watching today, guys. I hope this video was helpful and I hope you learned a little bit about meal prep, and maybe you just don't feel so bad anymore about not doing the Tupperware thing, and to know that there are other options out there that might work better for you and where you are at in your life right now. Or maybe you want to try traditional meal prep, and hopefully these tips will help get you started. And I'll see you guys next week.